Hello, my name is Kimberly. I have some jokes about my day yesterday. I picked up some money at the bank. I went to go pick up $25, which my roommate sent to me. And I know that he deliberately took all day to send $25 because he saw my YouTube video from yesterday uh, calling out his bullshit from turning off my radio and coming home at night, being a crack addict, psycho, fucking weirdo, thief in the night. Yeah. And then he tried to like control me with asking me if I had money, like the $300 that he sent me, and he's like, "Did you buy the ticket?" And I was like, "No, we already talked about this." And I just wanted to say that I know that that was a ruse to make me feel like you have control over me, but you don't. You only lack control over yourself. But the jokes for today is when I was picking up the $25 that took him 8 hours to send me because he wanted to show me that he saw what I said. Whatever. Whatever. It's cool. It's all good, man. For some reason, he tries to control me. It's a sad life for him. It's a sad life. So anyway, the joke about going to the bank and picking up money was about literally like me just walking in and then like picking up the cash and doing the normal stuff. And I heard this lady like behind me who was like literally like being kind of like funny and stuff and like kind of like playful with this other girl that was there, and she was like just telling her that she looked good and stuff, and then they were like kind of like joking around about how like the best way to find a husband is to look good. And I was literally just like laughing along and like walking out with her out the door, and she was like, I'll tell you, that's the way they find a husband, you just look good. And then I was like, ha ha ha, yeah, facts. And like I was just laughing along with her. I thought she was like kind of like funny and like free, like, or like, yeah, playful and like being free with the moment and like present in the moment. And I dig it when people are like that. So whatever, I wasn't thinking much about it. I was walking out the door with her, and she was like holding the door for me. And then she kind of like, once we were outside the bank area, she kind of like lowered her voice and was like, "By the way, don't be so," actually she didn't even say by the way, she was like, "Don't be so free. You remind me of my youngest granddaughter." And my first instinct was to say, like, why did she end up dead? Then I was like, cool it, Ken, because, you know, like, not everywhere you go is a comedy club, and not everyone you talk to is a comedian, or, like, an audience member. But that was the first thing I wanted to say, because I was like, what, she was too free, and she ended up dead? Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, what am I doing that's, like, too free? And then she was like, because men see that, and they want to take advantage. And I was like, do me a favor, why don't you go home and like go ahead and take out those dentures, soak them in some nice tonic and gin, and then let that be free. Why don't you let your dentures have some freedom? And then after that, do me another favor, take off your what's probably a nude colored bra and let your old lady tits sag as they will, and let those suckers, those little sad little puppies that have long been waiting to be sucked, which they haven't been sucked in like 30 years because you got old lady tits and you're like sagging all over the place. Why don't you let that be free? Why are you telling me as a youngin' in here who's looking good and feeling good to be less free? Bitch, don't tell me how to live my life. I swear to God. I was like, do me a favor. Why don't you hold this door open a little bit longer? Because I was catching up on the slack when holding the door for you too. So you don't know me, and I don't know you. I don't know why you're telling me to be less free and fear-mongering me that I'm gonna like die or something, or men are gonna rape me or take advantage of me because I am free-spirited. And yeah, I didn't say any of that. I was just like, oh, yeah, they have and they will. Men take advantage. Yeah, they have and they will. And then I was like, don't tell me to be less free. Like I picked up $25, like, and that's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I literally, you should see me when I pick up $100. Like, what is your issue right now? Like, I'm sorry if I, like, am triggering you. But what's funny about that interaction is that, like, before she even said any of that bullshit to me, she was saying that older women say nasty things to younger women who look good. And then she, like, literally, like, did that exact thing. But she didn't know that I heard that. And I was just like, you like just go take those dentures out, soak it in some Tinagonic, and go ahead and let those old lady tits sag, because that's what needs freedom here. I don't need to be less free, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I wish I stood up for myself in that moment, but I was just like so surprised and taken aback that I wasn't doing anything that was like too free. I picked up $25 and I walked out the door and laughed at her jokes, and she's telling me to be less free. So I don't like it when women who are older, who are like sad about their old lady sagging tits or whatever their issue is, to like try and humble me, because I worked for everything I got, and I don't need to be freed or less free or humble. Like, fuck that bullshit. And but aside from that, I am applying for legal jobs. I did actually go and like almost finish a legal degree, but I ended up skipping class quite a bit to go to open mics, comedy clubs. So obviously I prioritize mental health and comedy and well-being over finding a remedy for Joe Schmo or whatever legal people do. I don't know. I just kind of like lost the interest in that world for a little bit, and so now I am like trying to like see if I can like maybe get a legal assistant job or something again. But I think I'm making some progress. I think I'm making some headway, because I'll tell you why. Like for the first little bit when I was receiving like rejection letters after applying and interviewing, it was after reviewing your application, we have decided, you know how you like get those like emails and whatnot, like after reviewing your application, we have decided to move forward with another applicant. Thank you for your time. We most certainly appreciate your blah 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 blah, capitalistic bullshit. But now I feel like I'm moving up. I'm moving up in the denial stages and the rejection process, because I'll tell you why. Instead of hearing what I used to hear after reviewing your application, it is now after careful consideration. Yeah? That's something, right? That's like 3 years into the denial stage that I've made progress. I am now receiving the after careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with another applicant. So I think I'm really making headway, and I'm going to be a lawyer by the end of the year and pass that bar. No problem. And that's definitely what's going to happen. This other time, this is like a story about before I went to go perform in New Jersey, which was my show in July. I asked my roommate if he could come get me, and he like came up with this like fabricated bullshit story about how I needed to take the subway into the city, but it's just because he wanted to make me late because he's really jealous of me and he doesn't want me to succeed. But all of that aside, I showed up in 125th and Lenox, and he picked me up. And he took like the longest route, and he took forever to get there because he always likes to like get as much energy from me as possible, because he's like a little fucking leech and like fucking needs as much human energy as possible because he doesn't have like a soul himself. And so he's like talking to me, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm thinking about visiting my brother in Oregon this summer. I'm thinking about visiting my brother in Oregon this summer, and yeah, testing. And I was like, I think it'll be fun. Like, you know, it's been a while since I've visited, and etc. And connect again. I was like, his like ranch is still there in that area, and it's like really fun, and I think it'll be good to see him. It's been 3 or 4 years, and he does this like my roommate has this like infuriating habit of asking questions that he already knows the answer to, and it's like I don't know why, like I don't know, it's infuriating. It's like I think it's like a covert narcissist trait. Is that what you call it? Somebody who like needs attention and like needs tactics in order just to like apply their energy to a regular day because they're a covert narc. I think that's the term. And he's like, well, so you and your brother, you have different dads? Because I was telling him I'm going to go visit my brother and my stepdad. And he's already asked me these questions. He asked the same questions over and over because he's like a covert narc or whatever, and just like plays dumb because he doesn't want anyone to think like he's actually smart and knows what's going on, or that he's actually like plotting like everything and scheming and like being a total evil like psychotic like leech, you know. So aside from that, I was like, yeah, well, my mom got married 4 times, and so yeah, we have different dads. And then he made this like disgusted noise and was like, ugh, ugh, that's a bad woman. And then I like literally was like, I'm not gonna like bite the bait, even though that was really fucked up that he just disrespected my dead mom. And it's even more fucked up because he knows I lost her when I was 8 years old. I'm 29 now, and I like have gotten used to the fact that like, yeah, I don't have a mom, but like there's no need to like fucking like disrespect my mom, whether like she's dead or alive. Like, bitch, like it took everything in me to like not gouge his eyes out or like asphyxiate him from behind, or like, but then I was like in the car, so it would have like, I had like thought about like leaving the car, but I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bite the bait. I'm literally rehearsing lines in my head to perform, and I'm about to like go and tell jokes, so I don't see the point of swapping back opinions back and forth about my dead mom before I go tell jokes. Like, I need to like be good on stage, so no thanks. So I continue to run lines in my head and rehearse, and he like realizes after a while that like I'm not biting the bait, and then so he just like tries to kiss my ass after like a couple beats of silence, and he goes, "Your mom was a beautiful woman." And then I was like, yeah, she was something. And like you know, like I wanted to defend her honor and like literally like knock him the fuck out, but like I'm like in the car, so like I can't like. And I thought about like getting out of the car and just like walking the rest of the way to the show, but I was already late because he like made me late because he said, I can't pick you up, you have to come into the city, even though he knew what time my show was, and he loves to make me late for all of my important work activities, etc. Very abusive person, very controlling, very egotistical, very sad, soulless leech of a human, and not even a human, honestly, like the like bottom pits of the pond, like whatever, the scum that eats the fucking parasite, that fucking eats the fucking like fucking dirt of the parasite dirt, like the bottom, like the fucking like not even that, like just somebody who's far gone and who has sold their soul to the devil. That type of caliber of person. I was like, I'm not gonna bite into this. Like, I literally need to perform. I'm getting into the headspace, and I'm writing my lines, and I've been rehearsing all week, so I knew I had it down pat. And I was like, but you know what? Like, I still felt this like rage boiling in me, because like, you don't talk about my mama, especially like the fact that like he knows that she's dead. Like, she died when I was 8. So like, how much more of like fucked up could you, like, I was like, don't talk about my dumb mama, like don't disrespect my mama like at all, like. And then I was like, I felt rage boiling up in me, so I started to like think of positive things, like, and like that I could like, and decided to defend her honor. And if I was gonna say anything at all, it'd be like good things of her. So I was like, well, you know, yeah, it is an honor to be named after her. And this fucking dumbass dipshit goes, her name. And I was like, I'm gonna let you think about that one. Go ahead and figure that one out. Again, he's doing that stupid thing where he plays dumb, or maybe he just actually, this is what literally made me think that he's actually a fucking dumbass dipshit, fucking slow-witted fucking oaf. And I was like, you uncultured fucking oaf, like, uncultured fucking swine. Like, when people say they're named after their parent, it's like fucking Joe and then Joe Jr. Like, it's that simple, you dumb fucking dipshit fucking slow-witted fucking oaf. Like, I was like, literally, my name's Kimberly. My mom's name was I was gonna like say, I was like, no, like don't, he's like literally just trying to take energy from me and making me like explain dumb shit. Like, this person is like the most infuriating person I've ever like dealt with, I swear to God. And I was like, I'm not gonna like bite the bait, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and let you think about that one. And then he like, Kimberly Ann Ponce, and I was like, you really think my mom's name was exactly my first, middle, and last name? You really think that for some reason my mom's maiden name is the same name as the name that she took when she married my dad? You fucking dumbass, fucking slow-witted, fucking uncultured, fucking oaf. I swear to God. What the is wrong with you? No. My mom's name was Kim, so I was named Kim. Like, you, like, I didn't say any of that because I was like, you fucking, like, dip it. And I was like, you're too far gone for me to, like, educate you on. I'm not going to educate you on how, like, names change when people marry. Like, you fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not, like, I have to perform. I was like, I have to, like, be in the headspace to, like, be good and be on stage in, like, a couple of minutes. I'm not biting the bait. I'm going to stay cool, collected, calm. And then I say, you know, I'm adding on to my mom's honor, and I'm defending her courage and her honor as much as I can. And I'm saying, like, oh, well, you know, it's really cool. Really cool to come from my mom's side of the family. Like, you know, they're all actors, musicians, singers, songwriters. And he's like, oh, so it runs in the blood. And then I was like, yeah, it does. Kind of like how miserable cocksucking assholes run in your blood, right? Right? Yeah, that's kind of like how that works out. Like, you kind of come from a line of cocksucking miserable assholes. And it runs in the blood. So that's why you're such a dick and talk shit about your roommate's dead mom to distract her before she goes on stage, because you know she's going to be like a successful comic and probably actress and model and fashion, like successful in everything I do, because that's who I am. That's like what I do. That's what I'm here to like fucking kick ass, and he knows that shit, and he's like trying to like fucking talk shit about my dead mama right before I go on stage. I swear to God, I literally almost fucking knocked his shit out, dude. Like, gouge his eyes or asphyxiate him from the fucking car seat. But I was like, you know what? He's driving. I'm in the seat behind, so I can't, like, physically attack right now. But if there was a place where I could do that, man, that would have, like, anyone would have kicked the other person's fucking ass, dude. I was like, you fucking, like, you have cock-sucking, miserable asshole running in your family. Your mom's name was a Fooey, right? Like, when you like fucking like what she like, I was getting out of the car and I was like, anyway, so do you want to get my dad on the line? And he had 3 marriages. Do you want to tell him how much he sucks? Do you want to tell my dad to his fucking ear that he is a man whore or something because he had 3 marriages? Like, what are you trying to say about my mom, that she's a bad woman because she had 4 marriages? I was like, you want to talk this shit about my family? Let me call my dad, and you can tell him right here, because he had 3 marriages. So what do you have to say about that? Oh, you're not so vocal. All right, okay. I didn't actually do that, but I wanted to, and I was like, bro, like, your fucking mom's pussy got moldy as fuck as you came out, because that's how much of a foul motherfucking leech you are into this world, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a Fooey probably didn't have shit. She probably raised a little bitch, and she did. And that's just the way it goes. Like, you come from a line of cock-sucking, miserable assholes, and that runs in your blood. And what runs in my blood is people who kick ass, people who are creative artists, and that's the difference between you and I, is that I make the best out of your fucking asshole comments, you fucking motherfucking asshole. Say that shit again, I will fuck your shit up, you motherfucking dumbass, fucking psycho, fucking thief in the night, fucking crack addict, fucking weirdo. And, you know, it's basically another bit that I got is about ex-boyfriends. I just, like, thought it was funny that, like you kind of, like, pick up mannerisms from people over time when you spend time with them, right? And he was he's not from Long Island, but he spent a lot of time in Long Island, I guess. And he always had this, like, one phrase that he would stick to religiously if his, like, argument needed strengthening or something. And or like he like got stuck on like a topic, he would just kind of say it. It was one of those, like, comfort words and comfort phrases. It started with things like, I have a meeting tonight after work with my boss, so I'm gonna be home late. You know what I mean? And then I'd be like, cool, yeah. You know, and then he'd be like, go ahead and help yourself to anything in the fridge. You know what I mean? And then, like, you know, we, like, dated, like, maybe 3 more weeks, and things moved way too quickly. And then it turned into, you know, we can't have the baby. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, and then basically the last bit I have for y'all is I went and got some perfume yesterday, and I got it. It's like this like outdoor booth. This guy sells incense and a couple of like bags and jewelry, and it's this beautiful African design, like jewelry and like bags and incense. And I bought some copal incense, which is like extra nice. Copal is like my shit, and like he sold me that the other day along with like other incense sticks, and then I came back like yesterday after picking up that $25, and he showed me, he like came over and he's like, here, try this, and he like put a little bit of the perfume on my wrist, and I was like, oh my god, that smells so good, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, and he's like, take your time, come back if you want, because I was kind of like shopping at like the clearance outside the clothing store, and I'm actually kind of like I don't know the guy's name, but like I shop at this other like clothing store quite a bit, and this he's like the manager, but he's African, and these other guys that are selling their incense and jewelry and purses are African, and we're like, they know my face and like I know their face, and like we're like that friendly, and I shop at both their places all the time. Frequently, and so they were both like outside the shop, and we were all kind of like looking and like smelling the perfume, like, oh, that's nice, that's good, and then I was like, oh, this is why I love Africans. I'm gonna go like really quiet, and I was like, that was a little too on the nose. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is that I love living in a multicultural neighborhood. Thank you so much. My name's Kimberly. Have a great night, New York.